Growing Old Gracefully, a guide to embracing your golden years. As we journey through life, we often focus on the milestones of youth and career. But what about the chapter of aging gracefully? It's a topic we often shy away from, but one that deserves our attention and planning. Many of us envision a fulfilling retirement, but the reality of navigating old age, especially alone, can be daunting. But fear not, my friend, because in this video, we'll delve into essential tips for creating a peaceful and enjoyable retirement, even if you're facing it solo. Accepting the inevitability, death, and letting go. Let's start with the elephant in the room, shall we? Death. It's a subject we often avoid, but the truth is, it's the one certainty in life. I remember my dear friend Maya Angelou once said, "Life loves the liver of it," and she was right. We have to embrace life fully, even with the knowledge that it will eventually end. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Oprah, that's easier said than done. And you're right. It's not always easy to accept, especially when you've lost a loved one. It's natural to grieve, to feel lost and alone. But what I've learned over the years through my own experiences and the stories of countless others is that holding on to the pain of loss only prolongs our suffering.
Remember Grandpa Jiang's spouse? She said the one who goes first is the lucky one. Now, I don't know about lucky, but it got me thinking, what if we shifted our perspective? What if instead of fearing death, we viewed it as a natural part of life's cycle? It's not about being happy someone is gone. It's about celebrating the dash, that line between the dates on a headstone. It's about honoring the life they lived and the love you shared. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means cherishing the memories while opening our hearts to the possibility of new beginnings, new joys, and new connections. Because even in the face of loss, life goes on, and we have the power to choose how we want to live the rest of our days.
Know you've been a good friend.
Lean on me navigating family dynamics in old age. Now, let's talk about family. Our children, our siblings, our nieces and nephews. They're the ones we often turn to for support as we age, and rightfully so. They're our legacy, our connection to the future. But navigating family dynamics can be tricky, can't it? We want to maintain our independence, but there comes a time when we need to swallow our pride and ask for help.
Maybe it's something simple like changing a light bulb or reaching for that top shelf. Or maybe it's something more significant, like assistance with bathing or cooking. Whatever it is, don't be afraid to lean on your loved ones. They want to be there for you, just like you were there for them. But here's the thing, communication is key. Talk to your children about your needs and expectations. Let them know what you're struggling with and how they can best support you. And remember, asking for help doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. It shows that you trust and value your family enough to let them in, even when it's hard. Just like any relationship, it's about finding that balance, giving and receiving love and support in equal measure.
Love and finances. Guarding your heart and your wallet. Let's talk about love. It's never too late to find companionship, even in our golden years. Remember, age is just a number, and our hearts don't retire from the desire for connection. But as we navigate the world of dating later in life, it's important to proceed with both our hearts and our minds engaged.
Remember Grandpa Jiang's late-life sweetheart? The one who left him with empty pockets? It's a cautionary tale, my friends. While most people are genuine, there are those who might try to take advantage of your kindness and vulnerability. So be wise. Take your time getting to know someone. Talk about your finances openly and honestly. And for goodness sake, don't hand over your life savings to someone you've just met. Love should be a source of joy, not financial ruin. Remember, you've worked hard for what you have. Protect it.
Loneliness. It's a silent epidemic, especially among older adults. But it doesn't have to be an inevitable part of aging. We are blessed to live in a time where technology can bridge the distance between loved ones. Video calls, social media, even a simple text message. These can be lifelines for those who are homebound or live far from family.
Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Oprah, I can barely work my microwave, let alone a computer. And that's okay. Start small. Ask a grandchild to show you how to send a text or make a video call. You'll be surprised how quickly you catch on.
And once you do, you'll discover a whole new world of connection and community waiting for you online. There are groups for every interest imaginable: book clubs, knitting circles, even online dating for seniors. Now let's talk about finances. It's never too early to start planning for retirement, even if you're still decades away. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Talk to a financial advisor, explore your options, and create a budget that works for you. Remember, the goal is to maintain your financial independence for as long as possible. That way, you're not a burden on your children, and you have the freedom to make choices that are right for you.
And speaking of choices, let's talk about housing. Downsizing to a smaller home or exploring assisted living facilities can be a smart move as we age. It's not about giving up your independence. It's about finding a living situation that meets your changing needs and provides you with the support you need to thrive.
Now, I know we've been talking a lot about staying connected, but there's also something to be said for the beauty of solitude. Embracing our own company can be incredibly empowering and fulfilling. Think about it. How often do we rush through our days, constantly bombarded by noise and distractions? Solitude offers us a chance to slow down, to breathe, to reconnect with ourselves on a deeper level. It's an opportunity to pursue those hobbies we never had time for, to curl up with a good book, or simply to enjoy the peace and quiet of our own thoughts. Remember, being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. It's a chance to rediscover ourselves, to tap into our creativity, and to find contentment in our own company. Chapter 7, A Positive Outlook, Cultivating Joy in the Golden Years. Let's talk about attitude. Our outlook on life has a profound impact on our overall well-being, especially as we age. It's easy to get caught up in the what-ifs and the if-onlys, but dwelling on the past or worrying about the future robs us of the joy of the present moment. Remember, happiness is a choice, and it starts with cultivating a positive mindset. Focus on the good. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Practice gratitude for the simple things in life: a warm cup of tea, a sunny day, a phone call from a loved one. And most importantly, don't take yourself too seriously. Laughter is truly the best medicine. Watch a funny movie, share a joke with a friend, or simply find humor in the everyday moments. A little laughter goes a long way in brightening our days and lifting our spirits.
Let's talk about communication. It's the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it's especially important when it comes to our families. As we age, it's natural for our roles to shift. Our children become the caregivers, and we may need to rely on them more than we'd like. This can be a difficult adjustment for everyone involved, but open and honest communication can make all the difference. Talk to your children about your needs and expectations. Listen to their concerns and try to see things from their perspective. Remember, they have their own families and responsibilities. The key is to find a balance, a way to honor your needs while respecting their boundaries. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and wisdom.
Now let's talk about the importance of keeping our minds active and engaged. Just because we're retired doesn't mean our brains should go on vacation. In fact, continuing to learn and grow is essential for maintaining our cognitive function and overall well-being. Think about it. Learning keeps our minds sharp. It introduces us to new ideas and perspectives, and it helps us stay connected to the world around us. And the best part is, it's never too late to start. Whether it's taking a class, joining a book club, or simply reading the newspaper every day, there are countless ways to keep our minds stimulated and engaged. Let's talk about the importance of taking care of our physical health. As we age, our bodies naturally change, and we may experience some aches, pains, and health challenges along the way. But that doesn't mean we have to surrender to the aging process. In fact, by making healthy choices, we can maintain our vitality, independence, and overall well-being for years to come. Start with the basics. Eat a balanced diet, get regular exercise, and get enough sleep. These simple habits can make a world of difference in how we feel both physically and mentally. And don't forget about preventive care. See your doctor regularly for checkups and screenings. Early detection is key when it comes to managing health issues. So here's to preparing for old age with grace, caution, and a bit of humour. Life's final chapters don't have to be bleak if you write them well. Cheers to a well-planned, enjoyable, and peaceful retirement.